After 21 years of marriage, what could possibly go wrong between a husband and his wife that would lead to a divorce? The Sultan of Brunei divorced his second wife after more than 2 decades together. This shocking turn of events surprised the royal family, the entire Brunei, and even the international community. The palace couldn't contain the drama that followed after the former queen was stripped of all her titles. And soon, rumors about why the Sultan got rid of his second wife started to fly around. But in this video, you will learn the actual truth surrounding this royal drama. Before we get into it, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and tap the bell to be notified about our new stories. Let's dive into this mind-blowing story. Brunei's government is an absolute monarchy ruled by the Sultan, who also became prime minister after the country's independence. The country's official religion is Islam. Other religions are tolerated, of course, but the royalty sticks to the official religion. This is why the country operates a constitution inspired by Islam and some parts of the Sharia. And according to Islamic teachings, a man is entitled to 4 wives, as long as he's capable of caring for each of his wives. Now that you have an idea of the context in which the country operates, let's find out what kind of a person the present Sultan is. Ruler Hassanal Bolkiah, born on July 15, 1946, is the 29th Sultan of Brunei. He was crowned the Pangeran Muda Mahkota, meaning the Crown Prince, at the age of 15 in 1961. After attending the prestigious Victoria Institution in Kuala Lumpur for his high school education, he proceeded to the Royal Military Academy Sandhurst in the United Kingdom. He was commissioned as a captain in October 1967. He was officially installed as Sultan on August 1, 1968, at the age of 21. He remains the world's longest reigning monarch and the longest-serving head of state. The Sultan's first marriage was to his first cousin, Pangeran Anak Saleha, who is currently the Raja Isteri. They got married when he was 19 and she was 16. The couple have 6 children together. Saleha stepped aside from formal occasions, but not her position as queen after her husband married another woman in 1981. When the Sultan met Mariam Abdul Aziz, she was working as a flight attendant for the national carrier, Royal Brunei Airlines, in 1980. Initially, she wasn't actually on this flight and had to be transferred to the Sultan's flight. Mariam herself is the 3rd child of Abdul Aziz bin Abdullah, formerly recognized by the name James Bell, and Pangeran Haja Rashida, his second wife. She was born on January 28, 1956. Her father was Japanese English, making her a Bruneian Japanese English descendant. She was 26 of age when she got married to the 35-year-old Sultan on October 28, 1981. The wedding was so elaborate and expensive that it was the talk of the town, as it saw heads of state and presidents in attendance. She was bestowed the title of Duli Yang Teramat Mulia Pangeran Isteri. The union was blessed with 4 children, 2 boys and 2 girls. Mariam also had an adopted daughter by the name of Fifa Abdullah. On February 2, 2003, the official announcement about the filing of divorce between the Sultan and his second wife was made on TV by Prince Surfi, the brother of Sultan Hassanal Bolkiah. Immediately after the announcement, pictures of Mariam in government and commercial establishments were taken down immediately. She was stripped of all her titles and rights. However, this type of divorce under Brunei's law allows the husband to change his mind about the divorce within 100 days without requiring new marriage vows. So, the Sultan had 100 days to change his mind and withdraw his divorce. The people of Brunei were shocked when the days passed and the Sultan didn't change his mind. They were even more surprised when the reason why the Sultan filed for divorce wasn't revealed. After the divorce, Mariam relocated back to the UK, where she continued to live a quiet life, and not much has been seen of her since then. As we mentioned before, the reasons for the divorce weren't publicized. However, these resulted in speculation that Mariam was living extravagantly and going on numerous spending sprees. This, of course, wasn't substantial. The Sultan himself is well known as one of the most excessive spending rulers in the world. However, underneath the speculation was a murmur involving her husband, his brother, and a harem. This murmur was the story that was revealed following the many escapades of the Sultan. The ruler, who is worth billions of dollars, is able to live truly large. And though loved by the people of Brunei, he is seen as an international outcast. He made a law in the Brunei constitution that says the Sultan can never be wrong in anything he does or says, be it in the palace or in the country. The consequence of that is the Sultan has been accused of sexual deviance. he and his brother kept harems in which they performed all sorts of perversions. This included sex parties and harems mainly composed of underage girls. This was despite the fact that they had the liberty to marry up to 4 wives. And with their status, it could have been literally any woman on the planet. Of course, it's difficult to find actual evidence of these acts, but people have come forward to reveal some interesting stories. For example, in the late 90s, Miss America Shannon Marketich talked about how she was offered $3,000 per night to be a part of one of the Sultan's harems. Kept in captivity by the Sultan, she was made to dance all night, and they had sex with her continuously. When she got her freedom, she sued the ruler for a compensation of $90 million. Another revelation was made when Gillian Lauren published a book about being in a harem in Brunei. She said most of the women are Thai or Filipino, and they range in age from 15 to above. It's no wonder the Sultan put that rule in place. The Sultan can do anything, indeed. Adultery in particular seems to be a normal part of their daily lives. The divorce of Mariam was probably not the fault of the woman, but her ex-husband's hedonistic lifestyle. Most people believe that the Sultan simply got tired of Mariam because after the divorce, he ensured she was financially compensated and secured enough to live the rest of her life in affluence. And another reason for this train of thought is that when Mariam moved to the UK, she was very unhappy about her broken marriage. So she looked for help from Aviva Amir, a fortune teller she met in the London casino. They became close, and Mariam, in her trusting nature, shared some secrets about her 21-year marriage. But Aviva was only looking for ways to scam a wealthy Mariam. So she lied to lonely Mariam about a young man named Mr. Aziz. Aviva claimed this fake young man was in love with Mariam, and Mariam was immediately interested and got Mr. Aziz's number so she could reach him and talk things out. Unknown to Mariam, it was Aviva at the end of the line, speaking with a manly voice. Mariam was still unsuspecting even when Mr. Aziz kept asking for money for his business and to buy a house. The former wife of the Sultan of Brunei only came to her senses after she was conned out of more than £2 million by Aviva, posing as Mr. Aziz. She decided to sue Aviva, who threatened to reveal all the embarrassing details of Mariam's failed marriage to the world. Aviva claimed if such secrets were revealed, it would cause more damage than an earthquake, something both the Sultan and Mariam wanted to prevent from happening by any means necessary. Fortunately, Aviva was jailed for 5 months for contempt of court in order to return the cash, gifts, and tapes. While a lonely and heartbroken Mariam was left to find a solution to her loneliness, the Sultan took a more glamorous wife, 32 years his junior. 5 years later, he divorced her too for special reasons, which were very similar to Mariam's case. The Sultan is now 77 years old and is still with the wife of his youth, Queen Saleha, who seems to have a connection so deep it remains unshaken despite her husband's shortcomings. Mariam still holds the title of Datin Paduka Seri, even though she has been away from the public eye for a while now. We would like to hear your opinion about the video in the comment section below. Thank you.